Well, first of all, it's great to see all of you here today. We appreciate you covering our team and giving our guys and our university media coverage, now and hopefully even more this upcoming season. But, we're very excited about the prospects, number one, of playing a football season during the time football is supposed to be played. So we've had a really good summer camp thus far. We finished that up this week, and of course, next Friday we start our first official day of practice. We got a lot of returners, a lot of guys that got really good reps during the spring season, and we finished on a really high note. And I think that's the biggest reason that we're excited more so than ever before headed into this 2021 campaign is just the way we finished the season. We had a lot of new coaches on our staff, especially from the defensive side. We feel like we've found a formula that really gels offensively and defensively, and with our special teams unit of trying to play a lot of people each particular game and play an up-tempo style of attack on both sides of the ball. So it worked well, and if the last two games versus Sidell Mercer any indication, we look forward to having a really competitive football team this upcoming season. But that's why you go play the games. Our goal is always to be number one, and that's what we're striving to do. We've been very close, the past 6 seasons, and hopefully this is a year that we can get over the top.
Coach, your athletic director talked a little bit in the offseason about how he enjoyed the spring because it gave more exposure, and then you kind of made the statement where football is supposed to be played. Did you guys get a little bit more exposure than you would going up against fall season usually? And what did you think about that and going into fall now?
Well, I'm just going traditionally football is supposed to be played in the fall. I actually really enjoyed the spring season. I can't speak for everybody, but once we kind of got in the groove and we went out there, the weather was a lot nicer. We were, quote, the only show in town. Our media coverage was outstanding. We sold out every game, even though it was limited capacity. I think we would have probably had some of our largest crowds ever if it was open, if we were at 100% capacity. So I actually enjoyed it. I agree with our athletic director on that. I was just stating a fact that football has traditionally been played in the fall, but again, I thoroughly enjoyed the spring season.
Has your preparation for the fall changed at all because you guys literally played 8 games 3 months ago?
Not really. We discussed that in great detail about the quick transition. But we played 7 games. I hate to say we're ahead of the curve, but we have very short practices anyway. We practice an hour and a half. I mean, we give our guys plenty of days off. We've kind of morphed into that over the past few years. So with all the new rules and regulations, we were already ahead of the game. So again, you have 15 practices in a normal spring. And then, but what happened was after we got through with the season, of course, the semester's over. The guys had the end of April. They had May off. Most of them had June off. And then it just kind of, right there at the 1st of July when all our guys reported back to summer's 2 session, it was like, it's time to start getting ready. And I haven't seen any signs of fatigue or anything from the season. We monitor it very closely. So, right now I feel really good. Now, we're still playing in December. May be a different story, so we'll talk about it there. But right now I don't see that as being any issue whatsoever.
Liam Welch broke out a little bit in the spring, had a really good season. He was just named to the first team for the fall now. What does he bring to your offense?
Well, he brings a lot of experience, and last year during the spring year, from the second game on, he established himself as the leader of our offense, and had a tremendous season. I mean, he was the SoCon Player of the Year, preseason Southern Conference Player of the Year. I said this the other day at the SoCon Media Day. Here's a guy in the world we live in now where everybody moves around and changes schools. I mean, he came in as a freshman. He sat behind Devlin Hodges. Then split time with Chris Oladokin, and this spring had his opportunity to go in there and be the starter, took full advantage of it, and now here's a guy that he's an All-American and potential NFL football player, and he's the epitome of just hanging in there, working hard, and when his chance came, he took advantage of the opportunity. So it's really good to have a guy that knows the system well. You don't have to do a lot of coaching. We're just polishing him up, getting him ready for the season, and we expect him to have another big year, even better than last season, during the spring season. Still same calendar year.
seems like everywhere you turn here on this campus, something's getting renovated or updated, even your football facility at the stands. How important is that for you as a coach? Is that kind of the goal? Success shows that you guys get new renovated facilities. How excited are you for this?
Well, you're either getting worse or you're getting better each and every day. And, in today's day, technology's changing day by day in drastic measures. And, you got to, quote, keep up with the Joneses, if you will. But we've done a lot of work due to some very nice gifts from especially one guy who's a tremendous asset and tremendous friend of our program to upgrade our weight room. And, we right now, we are extremely excited about that. And, the question was asked earlier about the transition from a short spring season to the fall season. Now we have a computer system down there and machines that can monitor our guys, how much load they're bearing, how much weights they're running, how many yardage they're running each and every day at practice. So, we can taper back on certain guys. And then, of course, we're renovating our press box facility, which is phase 2. And so, we're excited. We'll hopefully have a better fan experience. Of course, when you're winning and you got an exciting football team, makes a bigger difference. But at least if the people feel better in the stands, it's more comfortable for them. Maybe we can increase our attendance each and every week. So good things are happening, and I think it just shows the commitment our university athletic department has to our football program.
Coach, can you gauge the excitement level? I know that things are still gearing up, but can you gauge the excitement level of fans potentially coming back to a world not entirely past COVID, but past a lot of the restrictions of last season?
Well, I think everybody's really excited about that now. In light of the recent days, we're really not sure what's going to transpire moving forward in the next couple of weeks. But I think all of us are in the same the same feelings about it. We just want to get back to some form of normalcy. And I think especially in the South, football's big on a Saturday afternoon. So we're just keeping our fingers crossed and praying that we can get back to full capacity. That we keep all of our players and staff safe, and looking forward to trying to get back to just a regular scheduled football season, and wouldn't that be nice?
Coach, offense has always been a part of what's kind of bolstered Samford. Is that the strength of the team this year?
I think we're going to be a lot more balanced than we have been in the past. Now, I think media. Social media, everybody likes to go to watch a team that scores a lot of points and throws the ball all around the field. You like to personally go watch basketball, like guys that run and gun. I don't like the old four corners. So naturally people like that. But I think the progress that our defense made towards the latter part of the season bodes really well. And I think we played a great complementary game of football there at the latter part of the season, both offense and defense, and kind of figuring out who we are. Nick Benedetto, our defensive coordinator, has done a great job. So I hope at the end of the season, we're having to talk about both groups as excelling on each and every Saturday during the fall.
Coach, we heard the recent news about Bobby Bowden, who's a Samford legend. Just what is your reaction to the news of Bobby Bowden? And just what's your relationship been with Coach Bowden? Because he's been such an integral part of Samford football. What is that?
I grew up a Florida State fan. Strictly, my dad went to school there. He's a graduate of Florida State, and so I followed those guys all the way through. Had the coaching at Valdosta State, had the great opportunity to meet Coach Bowden, and then I've met him a couple times at his golf tournament up here. I'm closer to his sons Tommy and Terry more than I am to Coach, but he's a very important figure here at Samford, Howard College. The guy played here, coached here. He's gone on to done great things. We got a statue of him out there. Maybe one day I'll be here long enough and win enough games, they put a little statue of me beside him over there. But I have great admiration and respect for the man that he is, what he stands for, as well as all the victories that he's had at Florida State and what he's done. So, he's getting on up there in age, and we pray for him each and every day. And, the times I've been around him, he's just a great gentleman, and I always appreciate that and try to emulate him as much as I can in a lot of areas of my own life.